Hi y'all, Derek from Distributed DBA here. So you have a product that started off as a proof of concept, but then exploded and now is used by millions of users. Let's talk about scaling your data due to this explosion. You started out with just a few users on your product, and that small instance on your cloud vendor was more than enough to keep up performance of your 200 megabytes of data. But then you were listed on Reddit, and user signups just skyrocketed over the next several months, and you were struggling to keep up. You were scaling up by increasing the instance sizes to add more resources every other week. Now, though, you've reached a point where it's hard to make changes without incurring downtime. This reduces your velocity. Also, the performance of the application is degrading as well because of the size of the data. Without new features to keep your users happy, and with degrading performance, you risk losing your users. So what do? When you were adding new resources by increasing instance sizes, you were vertically scaling. But as you found out, there's a practical limit to how far you can scale up. So now you need to consider another option, scaling out. And this is called horizontal scaling. Horizontally scaling is simply the act of splitting up your data to reside on multiple servers. At this point, your entire dataset doesn't exist on a single server. Some examples of horizontal scaling options might be, if you are a software as a service company, you might be able to put some accounts on one server and another set of accounts on a different server. Or you might be able to put the user data on one server and the interaction with your product that those users have on a different server. And another option is to split up the data that is closely related by either time or location to different servers. There are many different options to scaling out. Scaling out gives you the flexibility to grow as you need to. But as is often the case, that flexibility comes with complexity. Complexity can come in the form of how do you manage your operations of your database fleet, whether that's the schema upgrades, patching and upgrading, and even user management. Complexity in how to ensure your availability objectives are met across your data landscape. And even complexity in the application in how to find and access different pieces of data, and the software in between that helps with this. At some point, you will likely have to consider scaling out your data. How you horizontally scale will depend on your requirements, but you will have to plan ahead for the additional complexities. The Data Guardian will address the complexities through automation and sound principles of data availability, security, and performance.